Okay, so I'm recording this session on my side. After this session, I will share with you. Let's start our topic discussion today. This training is related with Palo Alto firewall device, everyone. So today we will focus on the topic discussion. What topic we will cover in our complete training. So we have 16 modules. See, total we have 16 modules into this complete training, and this complete training will take minimum 24 to 28 hours. What I can provide you from my side, wait. So this training will take minimum 24 to 28 hours. What I can provide you from my side, I can provide you slides and notes for each topic. For example, in case if we are talking about NAT policy or security policy or interface configuration or routing configuration on firewall device or high availability. So we have a proper notes for each topic. So slides and notes. And third, I can provide you lab setup software so that you can create complete lab setup for Palo Alto training on your laptop. Minimum requirement to set up the lab on your machine, it's 8 GB RAM. Ashwini, John, Ram, it's required minimum 8 GB RAM to set up the lab on your site. Now, the target audience for this training is security engineers, security administrators, security operations specialists, or you can say network engineers. And to start this training, the requirement is what? Requirement, you need to have basic idea about uh, networking feature like routing, switching concept, IP concept. If you have any idea about a security term like what is IPS, what is proxy, what is content filtering, so that is good. Otherwise, no problem. We'll discuss these options in content ID. Into this module, we'll focus on what is proxy or content filtering or what is IPS concept. So total we have 16 module. Everyone, can you hear me? Ashwini, Jonas, Ram.
Yes, sir, we
Yeah,
can hear you, sir.
yeah, we
Okay,
can.
okay. So the first topic is what? In first topic is called next generation security platform and architecture. So in first module, we will focus on product family. Okay, because if you guys are familiar with router and switches, in other vendor, for example. So in case if you are learning Palo Alto firewall device, so you need to know the product family information, which firewall cities is suitable for my organization, because we have entry-level firewall device, we have mid-range firewall device, we have high-end appliance. So we'll discuss product family information. Now we'll talk about SP3 architecture in Palo Alto. Palo Alto is using SP3 architecture to forward the traffic. What is SP3 architecture? It's called single path parallel processing. So we'll focus on what is SP3 architecture. We'll discuss about control plane concept and data plane concept in Palo Alto firewall device. So all the basic idea will focus in next generation security platform and architecture concept. After that, you can go for deployment. So for deployment, you can go with virtual or cloud deployment. How to deploy your Palo Alto firewall device in cloud, in AWS, in Azure environment, or how to deploy in virtual environment, for example, in VMware or in EXXI. After that, we can go for the initial configuration, or you can say day one on Palo Alto firewall. Okay, we see, guys, we can manage our Palo Alto firewall device with two options. Either you can go with CLI command, or you can manage this complete box as a graphical page. Okay, like other vendors, like Fortinet, like Cisco Firepower Threat Defense. Okay, we can manage our complete box as a CLI with CLI option, or you can go with graphical page. So in initial configuration, we'll focus on first all basic command. All basic command you can discuss, basic commands you can discuss, then how we can take backup or restore, how to upgrade operating system, what is license information, okay, how to create multiple firewall administrator, how to configure IP address on management port through CLI, through graphical page, and all the basic options you can say, okay? All the basics options are related with initial configuration task. Initial configuration task. Only this topic will take minimum 2 hours. Only this topic, initial configuration. After initial configuration, you can focus on interface configuration. So like other vendor, yes, you can configure physical interface, logical interface. Any idea about logical interface? Ashwini, Jonas, Ram, everyone? Any idea
No.
about logical interfaces?
Yes,
No.
logical interface in the sense like it's a virtual interface, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An example?
Like loop back
Loopback.
interface, like where we can say
Loopback.
it's
Loopback.
logical interface.
Loopback is a logical interface. Ashwini, any other logical interface option?
I think I also thinking about the loopback only.
Sorry,
Are you hear me?
your voice is very low. And are you using any headphone or earphone something?
Yeah, I'm using headphone only.
Okay.
One second.
Any other logical interface example?
No, I also thinking about the loopback only.
Loopback. Okay. What about Ether channel, everyone?
Yeah.
Ether channel. Any idea? Jonas? Ether channel. Sub interface. Everyone? Any idea about sub interface?
Yeah,
Ram?
actually, yes. In interface, we can create sub interface like one interface, and we can like create multiple sub interface with one single interface.
Behalf of single physical port, we can create multiple sub interfaces, right?
Yes, sir.
So see, my point is what? My point is what, everyone? In interface configuration, we will focus on how to configure physical interface, how to configure logical interface. In Palo Alto, if you talk about physical interface configuration, so in Palo Alto, we have interface type. It's called Palo Alto interface type concept. You can focus on L3 interface type, L2 interface type, virtual wire concept, HA interface type, and tap interface. So we have interface type. If you are configuring any physical interface, so first you need to select interface type. So in this scenario, we can go with L3, and what is the scenario to use vWire interface, and what is the use of tap interface type in Palo Alto. We'll discuss, okay? Right now I'm giving a basic idea, but we'll discuss. In Palo Alto, you can say tap interface. In Fortinet firewall device, you can say one arm sniffer. So it's the same concept. In Palo Alto, you can say tap interface. L3, just like a router interface, you can configure IP address. L2 interface, it's a switch port. Jonas, it's a switch port. For example, on your firewall device, if you have multiple interfaces, multiple physical interfaces, and you want to use these two interfaces as a normal switch port, so yes, you can go with L2 interface type. It's a switch port. Virtual wire, we'll discuss. It's kind of L2 firewall implementation. So first you can go with physical interfaces. After that, you can move for logical interface configuration. Okay, routing. Routing is a part of this interface configuration topic, module number 4. See, guys, you can see in module number 4, after module number 5, see, after module number 4, you can go with module number 5. In module number 5, you can focus on NAT policy and security policy. There is no any option for routing configuration. See, but in case if you want to configure routing like other vendor, in case if I'm working in a single firewall device and I want to configure routing, default routing, static or dynamic. So yes, option is available. You can configure. So routing topic is a part of module 4. In interface configuration, you will discuss about routing. So how to configure static, See, guys, I'm not telling you the story. I'm not telling you what is static routing or default routing or dynamic routing concept. What is a RIP, OSPF, or BGP? Here I will tell you how to configure it. So static, default, and dynamic routing concept you can discuss. In dynamic routing, RIP, OSPF, BGP. But see, we are working with next generation firewall, right? Everyone, Ashwini, Jonas, Ram, we are working with next generation firewall. So we need to know the feature about firewall device. For routing, we have a dedicated appliance. For routing feature, we have a dedicated appliance is called router, right? But in case, my point is what in case, like other vendor, Palo Alto is giving you option in case if you want to configure routing, yes, you can configure. After interface configuration, you can go for security policy, module number 5. In module number 5, you can go with NAT policy. Actually, here is two topics, NAT policy, and you can go with security policy. So Palo Alto, checkpoint firewall device, Cisco firepower threat defense. Okay, Palo Alto, okay, checkpoint firewall device, and Cisco firepower threat defense. These firewalls are called zone-based firewall. Okay, in case if you are working with any zone-based firewall, so concept is what? For example, here we have a Palo Alto firewall device, and this firewall is connected with LAN side, LAN zone. This portion is WAN zone. So in case if you want to allow traffic, concept is what? If you want to allow traffic from one zone to another zone, you need to configure policy. In Palo Alto, you can say security policy. In checkpoint, you can say access control policy. In FTD, you can say access policy. So to allow our traffic from one zone to another zone, LAN to WAN, WAN to DMZ, or WAN to LAN, we can configure security policy. So how to work with security policy in case if I want to configure 500 or 200 security policy, how to work with, how to delete, how to modify, we'll discuss. Okay, it's part of module number 5, security policy concept. But security policy we are using to allow our traffic from one zone to another zone. But in case if traffic is traveling from LAN to WAN side, private to public side, so you need translation also. If you want to allow traffic from private to public, so you need translation, NAT. Remember NAT concept, everyone? Ashwini, Jonas, Ram. Remember NAT
Yes.
concept from CCNA classes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have 3 type of NAT, right? In CCNA.
Yes.
If you remember everyone, we have 3 type of NAT. What we have static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT option. Static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT option. What is static NAT, Ashwini? Any idea? Ashwini?
Where we have to manually enter the from private to public.
Okay, it's a one-to-one entry, right? In a static NAT, you can
Yeah,
go with one-to-one mapping.
yeah.
Okay, Jonas, what is dynamic NAT? Any idea?
I think it has to do with kind of multiple IP address mapping.
Yes, it's IP address mapping, but what we can do in the dynamic NAT?
Um,
In a static NAT, you can go with one-to-one mapping. It's a one-to-one mapping. What about dynamic NAT?
kind of
We can create a range of public IP address.
something like that,
Dynamic
yeah.
NAT, we can create a range of public IP address, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what about PAT, Ram?
PAT is port address translation, where we will like transfer private to public IP along with the port number.
Yes, in PAT, we can translate multiple private IP address with single public IP. Okay, it's called PAT, or you can say overload concept. So it's a part of CCNA. But in Palo Alto, we will focus on 2 topics. In Palo Alto, we will focus on source NAT concept and destination NAT concept. So it's a common concept, everyone. For any firewall device, source NAT and destination NAT is a common concept. So if you remember your static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT option. PAT option. These are what? These are called source NAT. We'll discuss, okay, no problem. We'll discuss what is the scenario to use source NAT and in which scenario we can use our destination NAT configuration. We'll discuss with theoretical and practical implementation. But my point is what? Here we have two type of NAT. You can go with source NAT option or you can go with destination NAT. So only this NAT topic will take minimum 3 to 4 hours with theoretical and practical implementation. So module number 5 will take minimum 5 to 6 hours. Only module number 5. So with module number 5, you can allow your traffic from one zone to another zone with security policy in case if you are looking for translation. So yes, you can configure NAT policy. Now you can focus on next generation firewall features like other vendors. You can focus on next generation firewall features. So in Palo Alto, app ID concept, it's called application identification, content ID, or you can say security profile, URL filtering, decryption, wildfire, user ID. These are what? These are next generation firewall feature, and it's a common concept, everyone. It's a common concept for any next generation firewall. Okay, only the configuration option is different. Okay, so for example, application ID. What is application ID? Palo Alto is a next generation firewall. So this firewall can detect application behalf of application signature database. Application signature database. For example, in your organization, if you want to block Facebook application or LinkedIn application, my point is what? If you want to work with any specific application, okay, you want to block, you want to monitor, you want to allow, you want to authenticate, yes, you can go with app ID concept. Or in case if you want to work with category, for example, I want to block all gaming category application, I want to block all social networking category application. I don't know which application is a part of social networking or gaming category, but I want to block complete category. So yes, you can go with app ID concept. You can see Palo Alto firewall. If you want to verify live database, so Palo Alto Applipedia. If you want to verify live database, application signature database, so you can see everyone right now, Palo Alto firewall can detect 4,286 applications. So if you want to work with any application, you can go with app ID concept. So Palo Alto can detect application within a live session, okay, within live traffic. Palo Alto can detect application behalf of 7 byte of application signature data. Okay, the next option is what? Content ID, you can say, or you can say security profile. So in content ID, or you can say security profile, in Palo Alto, we'll discuss multiple type of security profile. For example, antivirus profile. You can create vulnerability protection profile, anti-spyware profile, file blocking profile, URL filtering profile. In Palo Alto, you can say URL filtering. In Fortinet, you can say web filtering. In Cisco FTD, you can say URL filtering. Okay, so it's a common concept. In Checkpoint, you can say URL filtering. File blocking. In Palo Alto, you can say file blocking. In Fortinet, you can say file filter. In Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, you can say file policy. It's a common concept. So we can create these security profile, and these profiles we can attach with our security policy. Why? For example, I have a small topology, one firewall device, and this portion is what? LAN portion. This side is WAN side. So this inside machine, okay, this inside machine is trying to communicate with outside the server. Okay, here we are using 192.168.10.10 for example, and this inside machine is trying to communicate with 8.8.8 for example. As per your security policy, traffic is traveling. Okay, as per your security policy, traffic is traveling from LAN to WAN side, no problem. In your security policy, you can define source zone information, source zone, destination zone, source IP address, destination IP address, and you can allow your traffic. Everyone, can you hear me? I'm giving you basic idea only. Jonas, Ashwini, Ram.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
as per your security policy, traffic is traveling, no problem. So this inside machine can connect, can access 8.8.8. Now connection is established. Now within this live session, okay, this in case if this inside machine is trying to download a file, and maybe this file is infected with some malicious code, or maybe this file is infected with virus, then only your security policy cannot detect this malicious information. Only your security policy. No. So we can use next generation firewall features. These are what? These are next generation firewall features: antivirus profile, vulnerability protection profile, anti-spyware profile, file blocking, URL filtering. These are what? Next generation firewall features. So here, what we can do here, we can create antivirus profile for this solution. Okay, to detect malicious information in data payload, we can create antivirus profile, and this antivirus profile I can attach with my security policy. So you can create security profiles, and these profiles you can attach with your security policy. So if traffic is allowed, yes, you can utilize your security profile option. So you can create, you can attach. So this time your firewall can detect malicious information, in data payload, and can take an action based on your configuration. For example, in your antivirus profile, you are trying to block malicious information, virus information. So yes, antivirus profile can take an action. So this is just an example, okay? Like antivirus profile, yes, you can create vulnerability protection profile, anti-spyware profile, file blocking profile, URL filtering. If you want to work with specific URL, any specific URL, for example, in my organization, I want to block this URL. I don't know anything about this URL, but I want to block. So you can do this with URL filtering concept. You can do this with URL filtering. So in case if you want to work with any specific URL or complete URL category, so you can go with URL filtering profile. Okay, file blocking. In file blocking, in case if you want to work with any file type or file extension, for example, I don't want to allow exe file. I don't want to allow exe file, okay, or PDF file in my organization. No one can upload, no one can download exe or PDF file. So you can do this with file blocking profile. So these are what? These are next generation firewall features. Everyone, clear my point? Ashwini, Jonas, Ram.
yeah.
Yes,
I have
sir.
a question.
Yes, any question?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to provide the basic explanation you just made right now? Are you going to provide it in a PDF so that when
Yes,
we,
yes. After session,
yeah,
please provide your email ID in group. Okay. I will share all the notes.
okay,
All the notes, no problem. We
thanks.
have a proper note. Let me show you. We have a proper notes for any firewall training. So proper notes we have for each topic. Jonas, okay? Please wait. I will share. I will share today.
Thanks.
Ram, any question there?
Sir, actually, like in this DLP also included data loss prevention.
Data leak prevention.
Yeah, yeah.
No problem. We can discuss. It's a small
Yes.
topic. We can
Okay, sir.
discuss. No problem.
Yes.
It's a part of security profile. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No
Yes, sir.
problem. We can discuss. Okay. Any other question? Ashwini, any question?
No.
Okay. Next, we can focus on decryption. Why decryption is required? So remember our previous scenario discussion. Wait. Okay. So as per antivirus profile, your firewall can detect malicious information. Good. Your firewall can detect virus information. Good. No problem. But here we have a drawback. Ram, here we have a drawback of antivirus profile, everyone. Drawback is what? If this complete connection is HTTP, complete connection is what? HTTP connection, then yes, your antivirus profile can detect virus behalf of antivirus signature database and can take action. Great, no problem. But in case if this complete connection is not HTTP, if this complete connection is what? HTTPS. If this complete connection is HTTPS, then this complete connection is encrypted. So your firewall cannot detect malicious information. So if anyone trying to download any malicious information through HTTPS connection, your antivirus profile, you have up-to-date signature, Ram, Jonas, Ashwini, you have up-to-date signature, but your antivirus profile cannot detect it because this connection is what? HTTPS. That is the issue. That's why in Palo Alto, what we can do in Palo Alto, we can create decryption policy. In Palo Alto firewall, we can create decryption policy to decrypt our HTTPS connection. So your firewall can decrypt HTTPS connection, everyone. It's a great feature. Jonas, Ashwani, Ram.
Yes, sir.
Palo Alto firewall can decrypt HTTPS connection. And once it will decrypt HTTPS connection, it will look like normal HTTP. And once it will look like normal HTTP, then your antivirus profile can detect malicious information. So here in Palo Alto, you can go with decryption concept. You can create decryption policy to decrypt your HTTPS connection. So why we need? And in decryption policy, we can create 3 types of decryption policy. We'll discuss in detail, okay? But right now, I'm giving you a basic idea. With decryption policy, you can decrypt your HTTPS connection. Your Palo Alto firewall can decrypt HTTPS connection. Now, next concept is what? Wildfire. In Palo Alto, you can say Wildfire concept. In other vendor, like in Fortinet, you can say sandboxing. Any idea about Wildfire, everyone?
Sir, and like in Wildfire, it's for zero-day attacks. Like if any zero-day attack happens, like if you have a Wildfire license, then that particular malware will go to Palo Alto, like OEM. Then they will like analyze, and then they will like create a signature for that particular malware, and they will be giving to that Wildfire license users. So
Yes.
yeah.
See, what is zero-day attack, everyone? Ashwani, Jonas, any idea about zero-day attack? Ashwani,
Yeah,
Jonas?
yeah. Zero-day attack is
Mhm.
is a kind of attack whereby for example, if Microsoft says, "Oh, there's a zero-day attack," which means the attacker is using the advantage of whereby the vulnerability is there, but there's no patch. I mean, there's no patching released by Microsoft. So
Yes.
the attacker can use that opportunity, gain access into the system, something like that.
Yes, you can say zero-day attack is a brand new attack, right? and not detected. So in Palo Alto, we have a concept for this brand new attack, for zero-day attack. We'll discuss some scenario here in Wildfire. See guys, Wildfire is a dedicated device, everyone. If you talk about Wildfire, actually you can go with public Wildfire cloud, or you can go with private Wildfire cloud analysis system. Okay, so we have two options for product. So it's a complete device. Into this Palo Alto firewall trading, here we are trying to get the idea. Okay, we'll discuss the scenario, but if you want to learn how to work with Wildfire device, so there is a separate training. Clear my point?
I have a question,
Yes,
follow-up
yes.
question. So what you're saying is that the wildfire is used to protect the infrastructure from zero-day attack.
See, Wildfire will not prevent anything. Wildfire will analyze the information and define a verdict. You can say Wildfire will only detect, okay, cannot take any action. For action, you need to deploy Palo Alto firewall in your organization. Jonas, clear?
Thanks.
Ram, any question? Ashwini? So
No,
we'll
sir.
discuss in detail, okay? What is Wildfire?
Yes.
We'll discuss in detail. Yes, any question? Okay. Next topic is what? User ID concept. So in Palo, Ashwini, any question? Ashwini?
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Okay. Now, next topic is what
Am
user
I
ID.
not audible to you?
Now it's now I can hear.
Okay. I think I have some network issues.
No problem. No problem. Okay, so next topic is what? User ID concept. In Palo Alto, you can say user ID, and in 14 firewall device, you can say firewall authentication or FortiGate AD concept. So what is user ID concept? For full visibility, we can go with user ID concept. What is full visibility? See, for example, I have a security policy rule. Okay, I have a security policy rule, and as per this rule, traffic is traveling. This inside machine can travel from LAN to WAN side, and rule name is what? Rule 1. It's a security policy rule name. So as per rule 1, traffic is traveling. As a firewall administrator, if I want to verify log information, related with this security policy rule, related with this rule 1, yes, I can verify the log, but in logs, I can see IP address information only. See, 192.168 source IP address, 8.8. Destination IP address, source zone, destination zone. So if I'm trying to verify log information, I have only IP address information. I don't know which user account. Okay. I don't know which user account is trying to access this malicious file, trying to click on malicious link. So that is the issue. I don't have full visibility. Maybe onto this machine, multiple users are working on different time. So for full visibility, I can go with user ID concept in Palo Alto. What we can do, we can create user account. We can create user account, and for user account, you can go with local database. Okay, you can go with local database, or in case if you are working in a big network, big scenario, so yes, you can go with a remote authentication server like Radius. Any idea about Radius? Or you can go with TechX. Any idea about TechX, everyone? Or you can go with LDAP or Microsoft Active Directory. Ashwini, Jonas, Ram. In a big network, what you can do in big network, you can create all user accounts on a centralized database. These are what? Radius, TechX, LDAP, or Microsoft Active Directory. These are what? Centralized database. For example, you are working in You are working with 100 users, or you are working with 500 user account. So yes, you need remote authentication servers. And for small organization, is no problem. You can create user account in local database, and these user accounts you can attach with your security policy. You can attach with your security policy configuration. So this time I have full visibility with IP address. Now I can verify user account information. So user ID, we'll discuss how to create user account in local database, how to create group account in local database, how to create authentication profile. And in case if you want to integrate your firewall device with any remote authentication server, so yes, in our training, we'll discuss LDAP option. I can create Microsoft Active Directory scenario, and I can show you how to integrate, how to configure LDAP, how to configure TechX radius. This is not your task. Ashwani, Jonas, Ram.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Because for radius server implementation, for TechX implementation, for LDAP implementation, there is a separate administrator. Okay, for radius and TechX, okay, you can go with ICE. For radius and TechX, you can go with ICE. Okay, for LDAP or for Microsoft Active Directory, there's a server administrator. Okay, so how to create, how to work with Active Directory, this is not our task. How to create user account, how to configure policy, this is not our task. Our task is what? As a firewall administrator, if Active Directory is ready, and if we have a connectivity with firewall device, so yes, we can integrate our complete firewall device with LDAP server. So this is the part of user ID. My point is, for full visibility, you can go with user ID concept. Now, module number 12 and module number 13, these two topics are related with VPN concept. VPN. So first, we will discuss about what is VPN concept, why we are using VPN, what is the feature, what is the benefit. Okay. After that, you can if you talk about implementation, so we have two type of VPN. You can go with IPsec VPN, or you can go with SSL VPN option. IPsec we are using for site to site VPN connectivity. For example, if you have branch office A, branch office B, if you have two branch office, and if you want to connect these two branch office over this untrusted network, over this public network in a secure manner, if you want to connect, so you can go with site to site VPN connectivity. You can go with site to site VPN connectivity, branch to branch connectivity. In site to site, you can focus on route based site to site VPN, and you can go for policy based site to site VPN. So we have two labs. Okay. In IPsec, we'll discuss, okay, what is phase one, what is phase two, what is encryption, Diffie-Hellman. Okay, all parameters we'll discuss. And for implementation, yes, we have a proper lab, site to site VPN lab, route based option, and policy based option you can use. So module number 13 is related with site to site VPN implementation, IPsec, site to site VPN implementation. You can go with other VPN option. Other VPN option is called remote access VPN. Remote access VPN. What is remote access VPN? Everyone, any idea?
So this work from home kind of thing, we can say remote access VPN.
Okay, good. Ashwini, Jonas.
It allows remote workers to securely access a private network from anywhere.
Yes, it's called remote access VPN. In remote access VPN, this outside user, for example, he has simple Wi-Fi modem at his home, or you can say he has internet connectivity. So this outside user, he's trying to access company private resources. For example, this side we have multiple servers. These servers are publicly allowed for outside user. So if this outside user is trying to access company private resources, so he need to establish a connection first. He can establish a connection first with his laptop, mobile phone, tablet. And once this connection will establish, then yes, he can access private resources. And this connection is called, you can say, a remote access VPN connection. To configure remote access VPN, you have two options. Either you can configure with IPsec or you can configure with SSL. You can configure with SSL. So here we have a topic for remote access VPN implementation. It's called Global Protect. Like in other vendor, like in Fortinet, we have remote VPN client application is called FortiClient. In Cisco, you can go with Cisco AnyConnect. In Palo Alto, we have VPN client application is called Global Protect. So for remote access VPN implementation, you can go with Global Protect. Module number 13 for site to site, module number 12 for remote access VPN implementation. Module number 14 is related with troubleshooting, you can say, monitoring and reporting. In module number 14, we are not configuring anything. We are trying to verify the log information. We are trying to verify log information. For example, if someone will hit on security policy, if someone will hit on NAT policy, if someone will hit on URL filtering profile, if someone will hit with username and password. So yes, I can verify all logs information in module number 14. Topic is what? Monitoring and reporting. So to store your logs, you have two options. Either you can store your logs in local database, or in case if you are working in a big network, so yes, you can go with a remote logging server. Remote logging servers. Logging servers like syslog, or you can go with SNMP. I will show you both options, how to send logs on syslog or SNMP. So to store the logs, you can go with local database or you can go with remote logging servers. So all type of logs you can verify in module number 14. Ram, any question? Jonas, Aswini?
No, sir.
No.
Next topic, module number 15. It's a very interesting topic and it's a common concept. Common concept for any firewall device. High availability. So in Palo Alto, you can say high availability. Okay, in Fortinet, you can say high availability. In Checkpoint, you can say clustering. In Cisco Firepower, you can say failover concept. So why we need high availability concept? For example, I have a simple network firewall device, and this firewall device is connected with LAN switch. In LAN side, we have multiple computers. This portion is what? WAN side portion. Into this small topology, everything is working fine. It means we have IP address on 0/0 interface, IP address on 0/1, for example, 192.168.10.1, 10.1.12. Network on WAN side. So into this small topology, everything is working fine. Okay, we have IP address on interface, we have routing policy, NAT policy, VPN. My point is what? Traffic is traveling. My point is traffic is traveling through the firewall device. But into this small topology, we have a single firewall box. In case if this box goes down, then you lost your connectivity. Your LAN user, they cannot go on internet site. They cannot access internet services. That is the issue. That's why you can say for backup or for high availability, you can deploy one more firewall device. So this is your firewall box 1. So for high availability, you can deploy a firewall device. So firewall box 1, firewall box 2. If you deploy a firewall box 2, so here what we can do, we can change our topology. This is switch number 2. This is switch number 1. This portion is a WAN portion. This side is a LAN side. This side is what? LAN side. In between firewall box 1 and firewall box 2, we are using link. Okay, in Palo Alto, we need two separate link. In case if you are working with Fortinet or if you are working with Cisco, you need single failover link, or you can say high availability link. But in Palo Alto, we need two separate link. It's called HA1. This one is called HA2 link, control link. HA2 is what? Data link. Right now, I'm giving you an idea. We'll discuss in detail what is control link, what is data link, what is active, passive, high availability. We'll discuss in detail, everyone. Ram.
Okay. So I have a follow-up question. Sorry.
Yes, you can ask, no problem.
Yeah. So when you explained the HA between two firewalls, what if we have two different firewalls for, two firewalls from two different vendors, one from Palo Alto and the other one from,
You cannot configure high availability.
okay.
You cannot configure. You need to have same model, same OS
Oh.
version, same set
Okay.
of licenses. I will
Sir.
tell you about this. Okay. Yes, Ram. Any question?
Sir, regarding this active setup, like will you be giving any idea about active
No,
setup
no
also?
problem. We can do a lab, no problem.
Sure.
It's a simple tab, Ram. It's a simple tab. Either you can select checkbox active passive, or you can
Okay,
select
sir.
checkbox active active. No problem.
Okay. Okay.
So what we have, see, in case, see, in our training, our practical is what? Active passive, but no problem. We'll discuss activity. It's only a checkbox. You can select a checkbox, you can configure active active. But the point is
Yeah.
what is
Yes,
the
sir.
difference? See, in active passive, one firewall is actively manage your traffic while other is synchronized. So this firewall box 2 is what? Passive box, or you can say standby device. Ashwani, in active passive scenario, you can only utilize one firewall box into your high availability cluster. Second firewall box in your high availability cluster is what? It is in a standby mode. So all traffic is traveling via active box. All traffic. If active box goes down, then this passive will become active automatically and traffic is traveling via active box. Clear my point, everyone?
Yeah, so I have one question.
Yes, yes.
So to connect the data link and control link, are there any dedicated ports on the firewall?
Depend upon series. Okay, in high end appliance, like if you have 5,000, okay, or 7,000 modules, so you will get a dedicated HA port, Ashwini.
Okay.
Dedicated HA port. Otherwise, if you have entry-level firewall device, for example, PA200 if you have, or PA500 if you have, so you can use your data interface as a high availability interface.
Okay.
Any other question, everyone? Clear now?
Yeah.
So this is what we'll discuss. But my point is what? In active passive, you can utilize only one firewall box. But in case if you want to utilize both the firewall box into your high availability cluster, then I want to utilize both the firewall device. So I can go with active high availability. Okay, so what is active? We'll discuss here. Module number 15, we'll discuss about high availability concept. Now, next module is it's what? It's a practice. So in module number 16, I will share some Palo Alto questions. Okay, you can ask, you can do your practice and see one more topic you can add. Jonas, it's not mentioned here, but one more topic, and it's a very important topic you can add. It's called packet flow. Packet flow. How traffic is traveling through Palo Alto firewall. So we have a proper discussion on packet flow. Let me show you. This topic is not mentioned here, but we'll discuss. It's an important topic, how traffic is traveling through the firewall device. This is complete packet flow, everyone. Okay, we'll discuss. But in last, packet flow we'll discuss in last session. Ram, clear for you?
Yes, sir. Like, but one more doubt regarding this DNS sinkholing concept.
DNS sinkhole. It's
Yes,
a part
sir.
of anti-spyware.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
In anti-spyware topic, we'll discuss about DNS sinkhole.
Okay.
I will tell you.
Yes, sir.
It's a part of anti-spyware profile.
Sure. Sure.
Any other question you can ask?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, Ashwani,
No, all good.
Jonas.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, so this is just an introduction session today. Okay, we'll start our topic from next class from Saturday, and our timing is fixed 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. IST time. And please,
Okay.
please share your email ID now because I want to share all the slides and notes and today's session recording, lab setup software. Okay, Ram, Jonas. Let's start
Yes.
our first topic from next class. Okay, our timing is fixed, everyone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bye, guys. Take care. Please share your email ID now in WhatsApp
Yeah.
group. In WhatsApp group.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh,
Bye, everyone. Take care, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah.